somewhat. I dare say that you can certainly get yourself into the groove for this because you're just about to hear us flow like rocky water as we bring to you the best of basketball without having to stutter. It's going to be smooth like the blend of breastfed with butter because if others are hot, here we always try to be hotter. So if you're married, you're free to call your wife, your son and daughter to join you and hear the lovely sounds we'll utter as we give it to you in full and not a quarter right here on this show. It's going to be cooler than the movie Harry Potter. At this stage, I'm feeling like I'm a reporter, really, giving you some freestyle stuff without reading from any jota. So tell your friends about us, including those that stay in our jota. That we're live on the Courtside show on Nigeria Info right here, right now. My name is Chuma Nolita. Another Monday, guys. And I don't know, perhaps we're extra excited because we have two very beautiful ladies in the studio with us too, but we're going to have a chance to hear what they have to say as we progress for sure. My guys are in the mix too, and I'm happy to have Azubike Onitsha back after he went on that injury break. I don't know if he's connected to Steph Curry really, because Curry's out injured, and we'll speak about that. Also, Lebron James has a record that he could be breaking and setting by tomorrow. How about the NBA All-Star Weekend? We're less than a fortnight away from that one. And there's some big basketball events that will be taking place in Lagos for the next set of days. So we have details of these and more for you on this show. Welcome to Courtside. Let's enjoy the ride.
Orlando, captain of the Nigerian national team, and you're listening to Courtside on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Here we are. Welcome to Courtside on the nation's #1 station for news, talk and sports, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Like you know, we're streaming live. You can check us out on Facebook. It's Nigeria Info 99.3. So you can go there beyond listening to our audio. You can also watch the video while enjoying our broadcast on radio too. Just go to Nigeria Info 99.3, and you can also meet the persons who we have in the studio. You know, certainly when you hear the voices, you love to make the right choices by going over to Facebook to check that out. Nigeria Info 99.3. There's also the WhatsApp portal. You can tell us what's up using WhatsApp, and the phone line to be buzzing as we progress. You know, it's always very interactive when we come here for the broadcast for sure. I'm excited to say hi to my guys. Last time it was myself and Dan just holding forth, and this guy joined us through the phone connection because he was out injured. He's now back fit, and let's introduce him first off. I feel like saying weighing 355 pounds, about 6 feet 3 tall. Give it up 2 and 4.
Half bag of rice.
Azubike Onitsha.
I'm actually looking for
welcome back,
I'm looking for the person who matches that description because I know it's not me. Great to be here, guys.
I think Buchi, our colleague on Wazobia FM, will pass for that 355 pounds.
That one, the Unjaskio. Good to be here, guys. Great to be here to talk basketball. What a weekend we had. The enemies of progress are back again. I'll talk about that on the other side. You mentioned that name like twice. How does it feel not to have Steph Curry for some weeks in the NBA? Well, the God of miracles will do some stuff. You understand?
Amen, for sure.
Shoma, you go church yesterday. That's good.
I go church. Dan supposed to go church. Dan amongst us know you go church enough. But I don't know, Shai.
No, church near house, so the speaker.
Daniel Chukuma is in the mix too for sure. And, you know, Dan had fun without myself and Azu over the weekend. That's to some big event in Lagos.
He's selfish man.
Basketball. Good to see you, Dan. Welcome, bro.
Good evening, Lagos. It was a privilege to be amongst demigods and titans. But I saved you guys cake. Don't worry, it's all good. How's the weekend been like?
We thank God we see the fine feel and Naira Shah, but we're trying last. Alrighty, so here we are, and also we're going to be saying hi to our guest in a second or two. Stick around, you'll be meeting her shortly. But just before we get to that, Dan, give us a bit of an insight for like 60 seconds, if you can, of what transpired with the Basketball Africa League and what the connection was with Lagos over the weekend.
Yeah, it was a star-studded event at Cali. We had everyone basketball infused, inclined, associated, you know, on the floor, from the vice president of the NBA, Bimsola, to the president of BAO, you know, down to FIBA officials, down to Honorable Musakida, President MBBF.
You have to stretch that, right?
Yes. I mean, we are, you know,
I like your home training.
Yeah. I went like, I said, good evening, sir. And he said, Daniel, how are you? And I said, fine. I'm like, oh, wow. I felt good. It was great. About season 3 is on the way, and we're looking at great games coming up. Choir Falcons, team management were there as well. Queen Mosep was there, and looking at the whole structure of what they are trying to do, man, it's going to be massive.
When you mentioned Choir Falcons, let me chip that in. I just remembered how we used to go to the stadium to watch these guys play. Always rugged. You just knew they had something in them that was going to propel them to that height in the future, and it's working out perfectly. I think I missed out on seeing somebody, Naomi Campbell. How can she be in Nigeria, in Lagos, and I'm not there?
There'll be a second time in this life, really.
I'm good at Photoshop. I'll do some stuff behind the scenes.
I get that. By the way, our talking point this evening will be connected to one of the greatest basketballers of all time, really. He's not too far away from breaking a record and setting one. Could happen as early as tomorrow. This is the guy I'm speaking about. He deserves all the respect in every aspect now.
I told Jeannie when I came here that I was going to put this franchise back in the position where it belongs. Her late great father did it for so many years, and she just, took it on after that. And for me to be a part of such a historical franchise is it's an unbelievable feeling, not only for myself, but for my teammates, for the organization, for the coaches, for the trainers, everybody that's here. We just want our respect. Rob wants his respect. Coach Vogel wants his respect. Our organization wants their respect. Laker Nation wants their respect. And I want my damn respect, too.
All right, that's the guy, Lebron James. And
King James.
Chasing. You know what Ronaldo did when he became the highest goal scorer in international football? Well, LeBron James is very close to becoming the man with the highest number of points in the history of the NBA. And I'll tell you a bit more about that story shortly. But we are keen to find out from you tonight. Please feel free to respond to this on Twitter, on Facebook, and via the phone lines too, even WhatsApp as well. Where do you rate LeBron James on your list of all-time greatest basketballers? More like greatest of all-time basketballers, GOAT as we love to call it these days. Where's he on that list for you? Is he in the top 10, top 5, top 3, the top man, perhaps the top 20? Let us know as we get ready to celebrate this guy. You hear what the guys in the studio with me have to say about that in the minutes to come. But for now, let's say hi to our guest who joins us tonight. Her name is Aisha Shuaibu. She's an entrepreneur with the experience and skill set for business management and also brand development. She is the president of sports marketing agency SWA Sports, and she's a creative gift for ideas and actually strategic growth, and is one that certainly has a hand in so many things connected to sport. I know sometime last year she organized something big in Abuja, which was like the second or third time she was doing that, and also has traveled to several parts of the world to cover basketball events, including the Basketball Africa League some years ago. Aisha, thank you for joining us. Good to have you in Lagos from Abuja. How has our traffic welcomed you to the economic capital of Nigeria?
Well, actually, thank you so much for having me. But I just want to say that all this LeBron and Curry talk, I'm a Boston fan, man. Like, all this talk about, I'm not feeling it.
Kevin Garnett.
I'm not feeling it.
We can even talk
So
of
you
the
guys need to regulate the conversation right now. It's Boston's in the house now, okay?
Calming down, don't worry.
Okay.
Calming down for your sake. Okay?
Ime Udoka is coming back to the game. Not as a coach this time.
Back. We hope so.
He wants to play.
Back. He is coming back. I hope so.
Now you go play on last of me. In a bit, Aisha will let us know why she's in Lagos and what projects she has planned out connecting to basketball and other sports for the remainder of 2023. We still don't have 10.5 months to come this year, or don't we? However, guys, again, like I say in Pigeon, before we come out, make we see what's in the happen for our domot. There's some basketball event happening in Lagos. It starts today and it's going to last until Saturday. Starts today, Saturday. I didn't do that on purpose though.
Saturday.
Rivers Hoopers arrived Lagos. I saw a tweet from that team, ready to compete in this. And in the absence of the basketball league in Nigeria, this is great, fantastic news. Yeah.
Okay.
Louis Adam Foundation.
Depends on where you're looking at it from, but whichever way you
As we take us through it, actually, what are the games? What's
okay. A couple of them are also coming up. There's also the Crown Elite Basketball League, the 4th season. I think that's maybe bigger, but the one that starts today is the one we'll be looking at. And Rivers Super's coming to Nigeria. That's a team that should be representing Did I just say shoot? Like they were suspended. that could have represented Nigeria at the BAL championship, but didn't go down well for them. But that's the way basketball is, and Daniel said something, and I want him to repeat it. Daniel, do we have a league in Nigeria?
Nope. No, we don't.
Why not?
We don't have a league.
So what should we do? What should we be doing? Let me be the host this time around before what you work on.
No, it's quite simple. I always stress this thing. We need to wake up as regards structure, infrastructure, talent management, in the country. You can't have a competition for a month and call it a league.
Yeah.
And expect to go and compete with people who have been playing both at home and overseas in exhibition games, and then go to BAL and give you boost. So a lot of, as in everybody has to put all hands has to be on deck.
Certainly, bro.
So.
Alrighty. So this very competition has two different groups. In Group A, there's Kwara Falcons, Raptors, Warlords, Lagos Legends, and Police Bartons. And in Group B, there's Rivers Hoopers, who have been the best basketball team in the country for the last set of years. There's also Spintex, Knights, Comets, Giddy Giants, and Unilag. That's the University of Lagos basketball team competing in this. And action kicked off today.
Who's your money on?
It's going to be Rivers.
You can pick two
Hoopers.
people.
You know my Port Harcourt connection.
It has to be Unilag.
Okay. Aisha, what's your money on?
So I'm actually just coming from the stadium right now. I went to watch and support Kwara Falcons because they're going to be representing Nigeria on the world stage at BAL Season 3. So
are we so sure that's the reason? I'll just take it as the truth.
I mean, you know what? I'm just going to be 100%. I'm all for whatever moves Nigeria forward. And Rivers Hoopers, they did good in Season 1, but they could have been better, So right now, it's Kwara Falcons' time, and they need to be ready. So we're here to provide that support to them, even if it's just being in the crowd, cheering them on. So it was really good to watch them play today. I was very impressed by Unilag team as well. They played against a Ghanaian team. They looked really strong, so I hope that they win the competition.
Indeed, we're watching this, and by the way, kudos to the guys who put this together, Louis Edem Foundation. It's important we have more of this kind of competitions to keep our guys busy in the absence of the basketball league in the country. Okay, now let's throw the first question officially at Aisha as to what exactly she came to Lagos to do specifically, and also what she has planned out for the year. I have to look at Aisha is a very beautiful lady. So I told, when we went for, there's that wedding we went for. We went for together last year, Dan and Azu.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Maka's wedding. Yeah, Maka's wedding, by the way. And
shout out to Maka.
I told the lady that she was pretty, and she said, I'm not pretty. Tell me, say it. If you want to tell me I'm beautiful, tell me I'm beautiful. I was like, okay, it's true. You're beautiful. And I went back home, and of course, we learn every day. And I had to go back again to check the exact definition of the word pretty.
Okay.
And I understood where she came from, because apparently the word pretty means something that's flashy from afar and something. But she wanted me to say beautiful, which has more weight and occupies space. So Aisha is very beautiful. Let's not go pretty now. But I have to stare at her now and ask this question. Aisha, why did you come to Lagos?
Okay, so, I'm here representing my agency, SWA Sports. We're a sports marketing agency focused on the game of basketball, American football, and combat sports. Last year, we did some really epic stuff in Abuja. We put together a fight night in the beginning of the year, and then we did a basketball exhibition game during the summertime, and it brought together like two of Abuja's biggest basketball teams together to compete. We're all about promoting the grassroots sports, grassroots athlete. But one huge factor for us for this year is collaboration, partnerships. So I'm in Lagos just connecting with people in the industry, stakeholders in Nigerian sports and African sports in general, including you, Chima, and all the amazing people here today, and just being able to interact with everybody, partnering, collaborating, not only on our events, but one thing that my agency is trying to do differently is to be very data-centric. Anybody that wants to achieve anything here in Nigeria, whether you're coming from abroad or here, data is extremely important in really understanding the sports industry. So we're very data-centric. We use our events to do this, to achieve multiple things at once, to promote the grassroots athletes and the leagues while also collecting this data. And then, bringing the stakeholders together to forge collaborations, partnerships, and to drive our goals and vision forward. So that's really why I came.
Brilliant stuff, really. And again, knowing that you had put together a successful event last year, you tell us shortly what the plans are for this year, really, so our listener can know how they can tap in. For those who have relatives in Abuja, or those who think that there's something they can connect with here in Lagos too. You let us in on that shortly, Aisha. But let's let you in, you who's joining the broadcast right now, with what LeBron James is about to achieve for himself. James is so close now, closer than ever before, really. In fact, the man who's a legend of not just the LA Lakers right now, but the Golden State Warriors rivals in the past, in the Cleveland Cavaliers, and also he's done some great stuff with Miami Heat too. Now he wants to set even more records. He finished with 27 points in the Lakers' 131 to 126 point loss to the New Orleans Pelicans on Saturday. What that means is he's just about 36 points away from surpassing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's NBA all-time scoring record. Now James could wrap things up as early as tomorrow, or he could push it to the game after tomorrow. So I'm keen to find out from you where LeBron James is on your list of greatest basketballers of all time. Please drop your comments on Facebook, Nigeria Info 99.3, where we're streaming live. You can watch the video there and also respond. And hey, get ready to call in. You can dial 0700 993 993 993. That's 0700 993 993 993. And as we progress, if you have any question for Aisha, perhaps you have a younger one who's into sports and you're wondering how they can connect with what her agency is doing right now, you can certainly throw that at them. Azu, first off, there's no time to analyze this one. Straight to the point. So we'll go to the phone lines on this very issue. We still do have time on the show to come after a commercial break, of course. But for you, LeBron James, top 5, top 10, top 20?
Top 3, man.
Top 3.
I don't like him, but I don't have a choice.
Yeah, right.
No.
Yeah, right.
LeBron James is that good.
Fans in denial.
Yeah, no. There is no. See, I saw a comment and it was really fascinating. It says LeBron James's point is as high as his age. He's 38 at this point, and he's still playing basketball. This man is still scoring 40 points, scoring 30 points. He could do this in one night. And that's how beautiful LeBron James can be. But one thing that I sometimes have against the man is that same thing that some people condemn Ronaldo for. They don't care whether they care whether the team gets results, but the most important thing is what they want to achieve. He might not be as bad as Russell Westbrook looking for triple doubles every now and then, but LeBron James is a go-getter. Do you know that he did this and many people didn't notice that he has gotten to number 2? How he went past Karl Malone, went past a couple of other top names. I mean, I thought those guys were not going to be beaten in my lifetime, but LeBron James has just done it easily. You must give it to the likes of Steph, who have held their own, but give it to LeBron James for what he's been able to do. At 38, he's still playing like this. When he left from the Miami Heat, coming to the LA Lakers.
No, he went to Cavaliers again.
Cavaliers, rather. When he went back to Cavaliers, when he left I was going to say Cavaliers, back to the Lakers, I was like, waiting this man they find for West again. Leave these boys, make them dominate. But he still did so well. It started so badly for him, but he was still getting his own points. They've not been winning too many games. They are not even well placed on the table. But LeBron James has just stood his ground, even with the
guys. Now, me and Tawala last. I told him straight to the point. Well, he knows too much. I know he wants to analyze things. Really, we have a commercial break in just about 30 seconds time. Done. For you now, whether you like to go straight to the point or not, now your business. Last, the ads will just play on top of your voice. Where is he for you?
So very simple. Let us analyze this.
Yeah.
37 and 11 and 4 coming back from 15 on the road. Another one of those defining impossible performances that we take for granted by King James. Never mind that though. Carry on. Kendrick Perkins. That's what I have to say.
That's when they say drop mic, really. But this last time you didn't answer my question.
I've answered your question. Number 1.
Oh, okay, better than Michael Jordan.
Number 1.
Okay, guys, we'll get your thoughts certainly on the show after this commercial break and hear more from our guest, Aisha. This is Nigeria Info, the Courtside Show. We'll be back before you know it.
Vote Peter Obi for president and Yusuf Dati Baba Ahmed for vice president. Vote Labour Party. Our symbol is father, mother, and child. This message is brought to you by Big Tent Coalition for Obi Dati.
Wake up, sleepyhead. It's Girls' Day Out.
Fine. What's the plan for today?
Okay, so we have a 9 a.m. hair and nail appointment at the salon. At 3 p.m., we're going to watch the new superhero movie. Have drinks with Emeka and his friend at 6. At 8, we're going to try out the new restaurant at the mall and...
All that in one day? How?
Easy, my love. Start your day with a bowl of cereal made specially with Olympic milk. Let's get going.
Enjoy the goodness of Olympic milk to own your day. Olympic milk. Stay active.
Isn't it beyond extraordinary owning a smartphone with a distinctive retractable portrait lens camera on an eco-friendly back cover designed with a sleek cinema-like mute-smooth screen, a super fast charge battery, and PC-level large memory? Go for the new Techno Phantom X2 today and get a free Phantom Razor toothbrush or a trolley travel case. Also enjoy 24 months warranty, 100 days broken screen warranty, and free data on a 5G network for up to 12 months. Hurry now to select retail stores while offer lasts. T's and C's apply. Techno, stop at nothing.
Moves must be made. My people just to work hard. Dreams and challenges motivate us. But sometimes, when the journey gets tiring, all we need is something to push our limits.
Reactor, ignite your energy, bring out your inner champion. Reactor, reactor. Ignite your energy, bring out your inner champion. Reactor.
Reactor Energy Drink. What you need to push your limits.
Wahala, Reactor Energy, push your limits. No day tire, no way. Reactor Energy Drink. Reactor.
Push your limits.
Whenever I tell people I'm a full-time master student and a content creator, they go, huh? How are you able to do both all at once? You bewitch? No big juju. Na MTN 5G. Ever since 5G came into my life, I've been on cloud 9. I get to take my classes online in real time and upload my videos before you say Jack Robinson. Even babe isn't left out. Our long distance is waxing strong.
Hello, babe. Can you hear me? Your video is frozen again.
We don't do that here, because life is a breeze.
Experience the wonders of MTN 5G. Hyper-fast internet connection with no buffering, zero lag, and quality data capabilities like never seen before. No pichuju, not MTN 5G. Now available on iPhone. MTN. What are we doing today?
Are you feeling stuck despite your New Year resolutions? Or you have reached your wit's end with that child who is struggling academically? Help is here. The Dyslexia Foundation, in partnership with the Brain Training and Development Center, is offering free consultation and free assessments for 10 people or families of children with learning challenges. This offer is for a limited time period of 2 weeks only. Hurry now to Dyslexia Foundation and Brain Center, 17J Freedom Way, off Ikate Bus Stop, Lekki Phase 1. Call 0814-039-1262. That is 0814-039-1262 for reservation on first-come, first-served basis. No one left behind on account of dyslexia or learning challenge.
Thanks for calling Bastion HMO.
Since I signed up with Bastion HMO, I don't worry about hospital bills. I get access to top-quality health care and still save enough for other things. They even help me pre-book my doctor's appointments. Bastion HMO also gives me access to over 1,700 hospitals and clinics with the freedom to switch whenever. I feel so in control of my finances and health.
Call 0800 Bastion or visit www.bastionhmo.com to purchase a plan that suits your needs. Bastion Health, the HMO that puts you in control.
Everyone is at the table for lunch. Mom is bringing in the jollof rice, and then...
Hey, John!
Sorry, Mom.
Hello? Can I order some jollof rice to be delivered?
Mama saves the day. Lunch is here.
Mom,
I got some Coke too.
Just come and eat, Joe.
Cook up memorable moments because family lunch and an ice cold Coke make a recipe for wonder. Coca-Cola, real wonder.
Wake up, sleepyhead. It's girls' day out.
Fine. What's the plan for today?
Okay, so we have a 9 a.m. hair and nail appointment at the salon. At 3 p.m., we're going to watch the new superhero movie. Have drinks with Emeka and his friend at 6. At 8, we're going to try out the new restaurant at the mall. And
All that in one day? How?
easy, my love. Start your day with a bowl of cereal made specially with Olympic milk. Let's get going.
Enjoy the goodness of Olympic milk to own your day. Olympic milk. Stay active.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
Hi, my name is Adora Lado, captain of the Nigerian national team, and you're listening to Courtside on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back. It's still this show that's very popular because it has the formula to make it this spectacular. It's all about basketball for us right now on Nigeria Info is our Courtside show. It's certainly another Monday and time is moving quicker than I want it to move. To think that we have just a few more minutes to wrap up Courtside before switching over to a game on where and when we'll have all the time to speak about football and all those other stories that you certainly want to dissect in sport. For now, we're still focused on basketball, though. We've told you about a competition taking place in Lagos at this time. If you love the sport, you can go to the National Stadium and enjoy that one. It's going to be on from today until, in fact, it kicked off today and it's going to last until Saturday. The Louis Edem Foundation Invitational Basketball Competition. And we're also speaking about Lebron James too, and where you will rate him amongst your greatest stars of all time in the sport. He's potentially one game away from becoming the outright highest point scorer in the history of the NBA. It's a big record, that one. You know, it'd be like here and Harry Kane, then they work out one hand together, because we know what Harry Kane did for Tottenham Hotspur over the weekend in football, becoming the all-time top scorer in the history of sports. For James, is going to be in the history of the NBA, which is even bigger an achievement. My name is Chuma Noli. There's Daniel Chukuma in the mix. There's also Azubika Oniche too, and we do have our guest in the studio with us, Aisha, who came all the way from Abuja to Lagos to enjoy the very best of the sport, from the Basketball Africa League meeting somewhere in Lagos over the weekend to watching this Louis Edem Foundation Invitational, to of course also getting things right, perhaps getting talent into the mix too for the sake of development, which is something that her agency preaches. Aisha, before we get back to more basketball stories, so what was the event like last year? I remember speaking to you before that, but I don't think I've had cause to ask you how the event went last year.
Okay, so we have two event brands.
Yeah.
The first one is called Fight Night, and what we do is we promote combat sports. So the most popular combat sports in Africa: boxing, wrestling, mixed martial arts. And we put together something really epic, something that's never been done before in Abuja. It's called Dembe. It's a traditional boxing match that starts and ends at the grassroots. It's never brought into the city, right? So we put it together. It was insane. First time in the city of Abuja. People came out. They had a great time. And like I mentioned before, you know, this gives us some insight into the sports consumer market. So it was a great opportunity to just see how people responded to it, you know, get some data and know how to put together an even bigger show next time. And of course, educate people on the sport as well. And then we did a basketball exhibition game, which brought out two local teams, some of the best in Abuja. We did that over the summertime, and the competition was amazing. The vibe from the crowd was great. We had nearly every single stakeholder from basketball in Nigeria was there, and I mean the old school guys, right? Like the coaches from Zaria, the guys from ABU, Kaduna, Jos,
the LXGs of the
yeah, it was a really good turnout, you know, and it was an exciting event. It created a lot of opportunities for us, a lot of conversations now that we're having with leagues from different parts of the continent that want to collaborate with us. So really, this is our entry into the sports business. You know, we're trying to prove to Nigerians that sports is a business, and it's time for us to take out that conversation about sports just being recreational and focus on really the foundation of the issues here in Nigeria. We're very data focused, grassroots promotion focused, but also sports infrastructure. That's a big one for us.
Yep.
We
Okay.
don't have facilities. We don't have the avenues for these athletes to train and to create opportunities for themselves to really develop, in the country. We're trying to create a culture of sports, and our events are really opening our eyes up to those opportunities, to gaps that are in the industry and how we can fill in those gaps. So we're calling on partners, sponsors, people to just come and support us. We're not just limited to Abuja. We are nationwide. Our HQ is in Abuja, but we're looking at the entire country and then eventually the continent.
Fantastic stuff. Now, so much talk around Aisha and what exactly Nigerians can identify with in our quest to achieve even more success in sports. Aisha Shuaibu, by the way, see with us in the studio. We're streaming live, guys, just to mention that to you. It's Nigeria Info 99.3. That's how you can find us on Facebook. And it's still the Courtside show, strictly basketball for now. But we have a big name who you're going to hear from as we progress shortly. Certainly one that is seen as arguably the number one Arsenal fan on the African continent. You're going to hear from Dr. Kelechi shortly. But let's take you through more on the Courtside show right now, which is where does Lebron James rank for you amongst the greatest basketballers of all time? The phone lines are blinking. Let's hear what you're thinking before time begins sinking. I need to keep quiet now so my mouth will not be stinking.
Hello, good evening.
How are you doing? Welcome.
Yeah, Chuma, I greet everyone.
I greet you too.
Joe Baba.
Welcome, Joe.
Without mincing word, number one of all time. Especially when it's just, one game, just like Hurricane has done in Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah.
So for me,
God bless you, brother.
like that.
God bless
Yeah.
you.
So where's
Not
Michael
just
Jordan now
because-
on your list?
Yeah, Michael Jordan, but I prefer seeing somebody I see being active, with that age.
Recency
So,
bias.
and it's looking forward to, setting a new record. So, Michael Jordan, I beg, forgive me. But
All right, thank you for speaking to us, Mike.
You're
Good to hear
welcome.
from you. Thank you. Let's go to one more call. Your mic is on now.
Okay. Yeah, hello, good
Hello,
evening.
good evening, Chuma.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening, everybody in the house.
Good evening to
Good evening.
Yeah, this is Friday from Igbo.
Okay, Friday.
For me, I will rate LeBron James number 2.
Behind who?
Behind Air Jordan.
Okay.
We have a slight over Kobe Bryant, the late Kobe Bryant.
So
Yes,
Bryant should be number
so
3.
for me, nobody can come close to Air Jordan, Michael Jordan.
Okay.
Let it be the highest of all time. I don't care. Michael Jordan is still the best.
God is hot. All right, thank you. Thank you, Friday, for calling us this morning. Let's touch on one more story now. I'm really keen to hear the voice of a man whose team lost over the weekend. Make I find trouble small. You hear his voice surely, guys.
Make I talk something.
No, it's not your show, but that's when we switch to game on. It's a lie. When we switch to game on, you go remain for this studio with us small before you go.
When I saw him on Saturday, I wanted to ask him, are you tasting it in the atmosphere?
You find trouble, Daniel. A few more calls now. Let's just do 2 more calls for now. 0700 993 993 993. Hi, how are you doing?
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening.
You should know me, and it's wonderful from Ijegu.
All right, welcome, wonderful.
I know you.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing? Yeah, we're listening to you, wonderful. Let's go.
Frank LeBron James, I will put him second behind Jordan. On the fact that I'll put him first in fact that because of he brings flair to the NBA unlike Jordan. Jordan was good, no doubt, but Michael Jordan has this flair around him when he plays.
Oh, I'm so sorry, but I got your point, really.
I understand what happened there. So now let's move on.
Wait, I don't understand, really. Call us back if you can, okay?
Aisha knows. Aisha knows.
What happened
Aisha knows.
exactly? Okay.
Don't set people up. Speak for yourself. Okay, so it's Kobe. It's Kobe, Jordan, LeBron. Let's end the conversation.
Top 3 for you.
Okay.
Let's go. Yeah, hi, how are you doing? Time they run, leave us.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. What's your name?
My name is Chinasa.
Okay, Chinasa.
This is my first time calling.
Great to hear from you. Give them left and right. Hot.
Thank you. I'm 17 years old.
Okay. You're 17. Oh, that's nice. Okay, welcome, Chinasa.
So I'm ranking LeBron James as number 1.
No, number 1 for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you. It's
Awesome
great to hear
stuff.
the younger guys when they call in, it's just 17 years of age. We had a caller from the Skype platform, a guy who's based in the US. Yeah, let's see. Is he still there? Hi, are you there?
No.
All right, call us back if you can. Through
Can
Skype,
I
please.
just say?
Take that off. Yeah, Aisha.
Can I just say there's no Kobe without MJ. There's no LeBron without Kobe.
Yep.
And I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
Like every 10 years, we need to have a new greatest of all time conversation, and it's that simple.
And it's no longer
you
all
can't
time.
compare. You can't compare eras. No, there's no such thing. There's no such thing. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Hello, Femi.
Hey, hello, Chuma.
Yeah, Femi Omotayo, thanks for joining us. What do I say? Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening? Which one?
Good night.
Yeah, I'm for real. It's gonna be Jordan first for me, Kobe Bryant next, and third is LeBron James. And for real, if you look at it, and it doesn't even look like LeBron James is gonna win another title with the current Lakers team, with the way they are performing right now. So there's no way LeBron James is gonna match up to
Jordan's
the greatest Jordan.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's it.
Femi, just to get the point straight, where are you calling us from? Just to get that straight.
I'm starting from Dallas, Texas.
Oh, Dallas, okay.
Nice.
All right, thank you.
Oh. Say what's up to Kyrie for.
Yeah, I'm currently we are so happy.
Kyrie's coming, so
Kyrie is also coming. Yeah, we are so happy with that, and it looks like maybe we can contest for the championship this year. So very possible we can contest.
For your mind, though.
Just do the Chelsea this season. Just do the Chelsea.
Well, this one will not make me smile that much as Zoan Dan. The Golden State Warriors and their star man Steph Curry. You know, he's not around to spice things up like Curry now. We hope that he returns in a hurry somewhat. He's also a record breaker in his own right when it comes to three-pointers. Yeah.
So growing up around the league, watching my dad play, my family, going to old Hornet games and, having big dreams about, shooting the basketball and one day hopefully playing on this level. To do it here at Madison Square Garden in front of, this guy right here. Hey, I need that. And Reggie and just all that basketball means to me. It's special. So I had the, great support here. This arena was, I can't express how much of an honor that was for the reaction here on the road and the appreciation for this milestone. And obviously it's great to get the win on top of that. So a very, very, very special night.
All right, that was Steph Curry after breaking that record when it comes to three-pointers. And he limped off court in the third quarter of the Warriors' 119 to 113-point victory over the Dallas Mavericks. And Femi, I'm not sure you were smiling with that result, really. But we hear it's going to be out indefinitely. He's 34. He's going to miss, more likely than not, the game in the coming hours and also the All-Star game. How much of a blow is this for those of us, Azo and Dan, who wanted to watch him?
Just leave Daniel out of this. Let me speak.
Yes, sir.
As the media officer right here. Don't mind me. This is the most painful news of all time. Now we're looking forward to the All-Star games again, where you would see somebody who brings that flair. LeBron James cannot give you what Steph Curry will give you in the NBA. Let's forget points. Give it to him. That's the JJ of basketball. He knows how to do this stuff. He makes the ball disappear even on one spot. It was a very painful injury. And I quickly went back, and it was March last year. He had that injury when that man, Marcus Smart from the Boston Celtics, actually had to twist his legs intentionally, and he was out. Was it his arm? I can't remember. This man has gone through injuries for too many times, and it's going to be a big blow to Steve Kerr. I think they have to quickly do something in the trade. We still have 3 days. It ends on the 9th. Let them get somebody. It might not be on Steph Curry's level, but I think that team is slim at this point. James Wiseman is not at his best. They got another player, was it DiVincenzo, who should play on a two-way trade. That was earlier. So they have a lot of things to bother about. And if you don't have Steph, who's going to be doing that job? Jordan Poole will just have to step up. He's not been at his best since that fight
Thompson
with Thompson is still not there very consistently. So it's a very bad one for the team. They've been between play-in and qualifying for playoff directly. And now
so it's one leg in, one leg out. One leg in, one leg out.
But I know he serves God.
He serves the living God for that matter. This message on WhatsApp says, "Good evening, guys. I'm Mario from Bagada. I rate Michael Jordan first, and then Magic Johnson, and then Kobe Bryant, and then King James. So LeBron James is number 4 on his list." Now, Aisha, moving ahead, by the time you leave Lagos and return to Abuja, what will be the priorities for you from the perspective now of your brand and your connection with sports?
So we are putting together other events for the year.
Okay.
Alongside trying to get partnerships, we are looking to execute a game day. That's our other event brand. So I mentioned earlier there was Fight Night. The other one is Game Day. But this one is going to be flag football focused. So that's going to be sometime in May. Sometime later on in the year, we might put together an exhibition basketball game again, and then we'll do a Fight Night. So we do the events on rotation. We try to make sure that all the sports that we're focused on are showcased with the best level of competition that we can access. But one thing that I want to make sure that I get while I'm here and when I go back to Abuja is just ensuring that we get more partners to work with. We get more collaboration. You really can't do anything, especially something of this magnitude, right? Like the level of attention that sports in Nigeria needs development-wise. You need to partner up with the right people that can get you there, So, we're strictly business. We're all about it, but at the same time, there's still a social impact element work to the work that we do, and that is in putting our best athletes forward. It's time that global superstars that are Nigerian are developed on home soil, and we want to make sure that happens because a lot of them are not developed at home. So this is one of our big goals as an agency. So we're calling on all passionate, interested people with heavy pockets to come and support us.
Very heavy pockets.
To come and support us on this journey. We don't discriminate, we take all currencies.
Yeah. Like that. Yeah. Even if we don't have cash. But we'll take.
Don't worry, it's okay. Wire transfer works with us.
We'll give you cashless society last. But how can you be found yourself and your agency on social media?
Okay, so I'm on social media, Aisha Shoaibu or Superwoman Aisha. SWA actually stands for Superwoman Aisha. So SWA Sports on Instagram, SWA Sports Africa on Twitter and Facebook. Contact us. Let's work together. Let's collaborate. You know what the goals are, and we're very open-minded. We need to join hands and drive Nigeria forward. We can't just be celebrating only the wins. We can't be waiting for our superstars to suffer and then win later before we now come and make noise. We have to start doing the foundation work now, and we've identified several channels to that, and we're focused on that.
All right, I know your friend has been quiet. Let's hear from her just before Dr. Kelechi speaks to us. And it's nothing serious. It's just how has Lagos treated you? How long have you been in Lagos? And how has the city acted towards you? Because I know Abuja, easy life, onto movement, no traffic. And you had to come here with all the hold up, as we love to call it. Good to have you in our studio, by the way. Good evening. Yeah, I just want that mic lifted up to your mouth so you're fine. Yeah, perfect.
Thank you, Chuma, for having me.
Yeah, we're given just your first name, but you can call both names, please.
Oh, my name is Habiba Oziri. I'm a management consultant. I've been coming in and out of Lagos for the last few years. So Lagos is supposed to be my second home, but I reject it in God's name.
What is this?
You said that on live.
No, I understand where she's coming from. When you live in Abuja, it feels like Lagos is the movements. It's the movement part, yeah? The traffic, right? That's the problem, yeah.
I can't do the traffic. I can't do the water. I can't do the air.
Okay. When you come, if you have issues with the water, I will send you to mainland. The water is mostly the island issue, but the mainland water is better.
But the commute now, the vibes is here.
Thanks for coming through too with your friend Habiba tonight. Thank you for coming with Aisha. So, and Dr. Kelechi, because we want... Okay, yes.
Aisha, did you tell us you were Kryptonian?
I don't understand.
You said Superwoman, no?
Oh.
Okay,
you can't do that. You can't do that.
Yeah, Dr. Kelechi Anyikude is here with us. I hope I pronounced his surname right, by the way. But he's seen by many as the number one Arsenal fan in Africa, courtesy of the passion he's used to follow that team over the years. And it looks like that followership, Dr. Kelechi, is finally going to be rewarded. I know you were part of the glory days too, 2004 and all that, but for 19 years, what you're about to taste this year is something you have not seen in almost 2 decades.
Let me
are
move
you thinking in advance for what may happen in June, July, or you're saying take one game at a time? Exactly. Okay, let me turn on this mic for you.
We are still taking it one game at a time. We are not carried away. It's all happening in Everton. It can happen anywhere. And you also saw what happened earlier today with Man City.
Yeah.
Maybe they get 10 points or 15 points. I don't know. But that's not what we're praying for. We want to compete. We are competing, taking it one game at a time. And we're not being carried away about it.
See. Una the winos. In his mind, he's like, yes, I'm gonna do this.
Humility 2 weeks ago. He don't turn blessed at the league.
If he be that Everton defeat, now if he don't
that's what I'm saying.
No, wait.
It's now with the
can you guys do it double? I'm not getting too far reaching, but you're also in the Europa League.
Of course. I mean, obviously we're out of 2 other competitions.
Yeah.
That gives us time to rest. Our squad is slightly bigger, so we're in both competitions. That's what I'm going to say. If we get them, better.
What do you make of the final question I'll ask you just before we switch to game on, of your signings? So you guys went for a couple of players who you didn't get on your jam form. I know you've been out of Nigeria for long, but your first choice on your jam form was a certain Modric who went to Chelsea and a certain Saicedo who didn't leave Brighton. You guys went on to get 3 guys, one in midfield, one in defense, and one who is an attacker. Yeah? And you spent about 50 million to get all these guys. It's about 55 or thereabout for all of these guys. Are you okay with those signings?
Yes, of course. We've strengthened our spine. That's the most important thing. The market is just too inflated by Man United and Anthony, in my opinion, because that guy, I don't see what he does that made him cost 100 million.
We like him.
He's just there, spinning in one spot. That's why he was hooked off against Sociedad. But that is me may not be a Man U fan. It's pain me. Rashford go they make run, everybody hold run. Baba they spin like same be Okoso. You know that Okoso they play that time.
In the connection to DJ Spinall.
So I mean, we every player has a price, and I understand that, but we also have our own. You can see what's happening to Man City now. So we have financial fair play. If it's above our budget, then you move. It's like pricing crayfish. If I know one, I move to another person where they sell. It's that simple. So I'm happy.
You think that for all of his years in the UK, he's forgotten all of this pricing thing that we do in the Euro market?
They price.
But you see the price last.
I'll be trenches guy.
Azu and Dan, we have to leave here actually. We need to go back to game on. We've already listened to our game on time. Adeze Michael is on standby. Alex the man them call on standby too to come through on game on. We have more of those football stories to come on the show tonight shortly. But Dan, always a pleasure doing this with you, bro.
Yep. I'm always good.
We'll take a good talk.
Azu,
we'll go house.
Last.
Aisha,
thanks for coming through.
Thank you so much for having me. It was fun.
All right, and Habiba, thanks for coming through too.
Thank you, guys.
Look, Kelechi, this one you just flash us. We need you as a real call.
No, I did with you. I did with you. I see there.
Okay. We are together. Small before you go. Okay?
He didn't tell you I'm his new PA.
All right, guys, let's go in for a commercial break right now. When we return, it's going to be game on full time. Talk around Arsenal. Punishment looming for Manchester City. Leeds United sacking their manager. And all the stuff around the Championship for African Nations and the Nigeria Premier Football League. This is Nigeria Info. The action continues right after now.